Hi folks, Mr. T here. Let's see, this is exercise 7 and I said I would make a little video for you guys, and so here it is. Now in the margin on exercise 7 you saw these nouns basically, but in different order. So one of the things about this book that creates a little bit of a challenge is that it doesn't work with the order of cases that we've sort of been working in. If you remember, again, looking over here on the left, 9 giants dance across a bridge. That is the order of cases as you know them. So singulars and then plurals down here. Now these are third declension neuter nouns. So one thing you notice, I don't know if you remember, but with neuter nouns, the nominative and the accusative are always the same, and that holds true here. Flumen is flumen, mare is mare, animal is animal. But these nouns are also a little unusual. For example, ablative singular is different with these particular two nouns here. Mare, just a little refresher here. Flumen is another word for river. Mare is the word for sea, and animal is obviously the word for animal. But so it does have some of the same endings as third declension typically does. Blank is e, blank a. Only is this different because they're neuters here. Usually it's blank is ema, and then ace ibus ace ibus. But being neuter, for the plurals, they have a ibus a ibus, and I think that holds true for all of these here. But there are some weird things like these two ablative singulars right here in mare and animal. But other than that, these will function the same way as any other noun does. And what the exercise 7 asks you to do is get the forms right by considering the context of each blank here, by considering the context of the sentence as a whole. So I'll walk you through a couple of them. Maybe I'll start with an easy one. And this says basically the Nile is a large river. Nilus est. And then what case do we need here? And the answer is nominative, singular. Nilus is nominative and singular. And then so these will be too, because they're joined by this linking verb est. So what we have here again is not like a direct object, but what is called a complement or a predicate nominative. And so it will share the same case as the original subject does over here. So if we look over nominative singular here, we're going to see flumen. So we will say nilus est flumen for starters. But then we have to consider also this adjective here, and this comes from the world of us a which is otherwise known as a first or second declension adjective. So we have to modify flumen, which is a neuter noun, with the appropriate adjective. So in this case, what it's going to be is magnum. It's not magnen. It's not going to necessarily match the ending of flumen, but it will match it in case, gender, and number. So case is nominative, gender is neuter, as these all are here, neuter nouns, and the number, not the declension number here, but the number meaning singular or plural. So this is singular. So the correct ending for this is right? Like if you go back to thinking baculum or baculum est magnum, the declension of this adjective is not the same as the declension of this noun, so you will have differences here, but you match it case, gender, and number. So nilus, I don't have a way to write this in here, but nilus magnum flumen est. The Nile is a large river. Let's see if I skip down to this one. Marcus et Quintus in parvo blank natant. So Marcus and Quintus swim in a little river. Now here we have this preposition in, and therefore we see the ablative ending here on parvo. But what's the ablative for flumen? And again, it's ablative singular. So we're going to go down here. We'll see flumen, fluminus, flumini, flumen, flumine. So that's the correct ending here. Marcus et Quintus in parvo. Again, this is a different ending because it's a first or second declension adjective. But flumine is the ablative singular for this declension and gender noun. In parvo flumine. Let's see. In oceano. That's also an ablative there. That's an ablative. Okay, let's take a look at number 10. Nemo means no one. So we have something about fishes and sea and river and to count. And then this verb, which we've seen in this chapter, is the verb to is able. So the whole context of this sentence in English is no one is able to count the fishes of the seas, or of the seas. Let's assume it's plural, and of the rivers. So what we're going to need here is two genitives, right? The fishes of the sea. I mean, yeah, you could say the fishes in the sea, but if it were that, there would be an in here. So we're going to assume that this is the fishes of the sea, the fish of the sea, and of the rivers. So two genitive plurals. And we're going to look down here. We're going to see genitive plural marium and fluminum, both that or ium ending here. So pisces marium et fluminum. Let's see, one more. So that was genitive. So the first one was a nominative. The second one I did was an ablative because of in. And then 10 is genitive plurals. Let's see. Magnus numerus. No, that's also genitive. Okay, let's look at the last one, 14. This is something about little animals. We know it's plural because of this verb here. We see that nt, and then we have a magnis, by large animals, it looks like here. This is an ablative plural ending. And so this one is going to sort of work with that. So in English, this is going to be little animals are eaten. That's a passive verb there. Remember, ntor, that ending is a passive verb. Little animals are eaten by big animals, by large animals. So here we're going to need, since this is the subject here, we're going to again need nominatives here. And then this here, this preposition, makes this expression here all ablative. So, again, since we know it's plural, we're going to say animalia is definitely the nominative plural here. And this will also be parva. That is a neuter plural. So think of opida magna or opida parva, small towns or little towns. So in this case, the endings does sort of match here because this is a neuter plural from first or second declension, and this is a neuter plural from third declension. They happen to be the same. All in second declension and also in third declension, these a endings are the plurals. So parva animalia, magnis. Is it animalis? No, it's not going to match here because this is going to be, again, third declension. So we're going to look for ablative plural, and we see it is animalibus. So parva animalia, parva animalia, a magnis animalibus eduntur. Small animals are eaten by large animals. I hope that at least gets you started. Please feel free to shoot me a text on Remind or an email if this still remains unclear. Really just figuring out the cases, the cases and the singular or plural. Sorry, this thing just popped up here. Figuring out singular and singular versus plural and the case for each of them. They're all going to be neuter nouns here, so we don't have to worry about the gender, but we do have to consider case and number for each one of these sentences here. Hope that helps. If not, please get in touch. Thanks.